Hello everyone, so we have two rally cars again. These are from Lancia, depending on how you want to pronounce that car company. But these two models are made by a company called CM's. Here's a box of this one here, and if you want to pause it, these are two of the cars in this collection, and then these are the other four cars here. And it seems like this is Lancia Wave 4, Part 4, so there are at least, if they're doing sixes, there's at least 18 other cars from these, either Lancias or Fiats. So unfortunately this company is out of business now, so there's very little information on this brand other than just buying them off eBay. So anyways, out of that box came this model here, and this is the Delta HF 16V from 1991. The 16V was introduced in 1989, and it's got a 2-liter turbocharged engine, and boy, it's hard to say how much horsepower these things had for rally racing. I think the limit was like 200 or 300, but some people are saying these things had up to maybe 400 horsepower when they were racing around. So I don't know, but I do know that this case is proving difficult. It's nice that it's nice that it has this little blister thing to protect it, but for some reason it's not easy to take off. But that doesn't matter. We're gonna take it off the stand anyways, so I'll never see that case again. Okay, so alright, let's take a look. It did have this antenna here. I'm gonna add that later on. That's the hole for it right there, but for this review, I'm not gonna make you guys watch me put an antenna in. It's not easy to do. Okay, so let's take a look here on this side. So it's typical CM stuff. Oh, actually not so typical. I'm looking at the roll cage here. I notice a lot of roll cages in CM's models are way low and super thick plastic, and they just don't look really good at all. But this one actually doesn't look so bad, so it's nice to see. Unfortunately, the wheels are not so hot. They're very plain looking. Like, there's not much depth to the air holes here. It would have been nice to have like a little black paint wash in there or something like that, but not seeing it. It is nice to see though that it's got these mud flaps, and these mud flaps aren't super wide. They seem okay for plastic, so not bad. And then it's nice to see all this printing, it seems like, are tampos. They're not decals, so they should last for a long time. There's even some printing on the window, so what does that say? It's not legible, unfortunately. Okay. Let's see here. So we do have the lenses, and there is a texture here in the grille, which is nice. Let's see if we can see that car logo. Well, I guess that's kind of like the Lancia logo. Alright. Anyways, some additional printing here for the turn signals. Some ribs in here, in this grill molded in, so that's good. And it looks like these, well, this is just white paint. I don't know if that's supposed to be a vent. I don't think it is, actually. When I look at photos of the real car, it's like a fog light. So, or nothing, I'm not sure. I don't know if it should have silver paint or not. It's hard to say, looking even at the real photo. Okay, so it's nice to see the license plate though. It's really cool. And then the taillights are cool because they're lenses. There's a little silver paint on this exhaust tip here. Some treads. Squeaky axle. And nothing else really. Okay, so let's see. We're looking through the back glass. There's a little black paint running around the window for the molding, so that's not bad. I don't really see anything in that interior. It's just a black shelf. Oh, actually, here's the fuel filler cap. Well, the fuel filler door. And then you actually see like the tube for the fuel. You see some rivets there? So that's pretty cool. It like continues the casting into the fuel tank there in the back. Alright, so what about this side? How's this looking? Yeah, not so bad. The only thing that's maybe not so great is the door handle. It's almost like non-existent. It is molded detail, and actually when I look at the photos of the real car, it's almost non-existent on that. It's not a black door handle, it's just white like the rest of the door, so this is actually accurate. Okay. The mirrors, they're kind of these blobs, but there's no silver paint there, so that's a shame. But all in all, it seems to be typical in line with the CMs. You know, it's a decent model, and I don't see. Well, is there paint rash? That's what I'm wondering now. I'm looking at the paint quality. It's possible there's some sort of, yeah, I think there might be a little bit of bubbling starting up there. But the rest of the body doesn't look so bad, so I'm pretty happy I have this. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so in 1991, I found out that Didier Auriol came in third place. He's the one that drove this car. And for manufacturers, though, Lancia came in first place. So the manufacturer did pretty well. Okay, so a couple years later, we have this 1993. It's called the Lancia Super Delta. You notice this packaging is different. So this is a different wave. Probably before that wave, because look at this, how yellow this blister is. Okay, so, but unfortunately, by 1993, Toyota had the Celica GT4 out, and that thing was doing very well. So, by this time in the Lancia Delta's history, it was no longer competitive. It was just too outdated. Okay, so this car is from the Monte Carlo rally. And also at the time, Lancia's all their good drivers hopped to other teams. They went to Toyota and Ford, so that's another reason why Lancia's dominance was waning. Okay, so let's start back here then. So the license plate looks great. It's actually a tab. It's part, I think, of the interior. It's tabbing into the casting. So here you can see a little bit of the roll cage through that glass, hopefully. It's nice that there's printing here. They actually printed on the graphic underneath that wing, so that wouldn't be easy to do, right? I don't know how they would get the print pad in there, but they did, so that's great. And also here on the glass you have Rally Monte Carlo, that emblem there. There's also a stud here, probably for a windshield wiper blade, which oddly isn't molded into the window. Okay, some lights probably. A little tow hook indication, and then exhaust tip there. Okay, we got some relatively thin mud flaps there, only on the rear though. And then these muted wheels. They're not the greatest wheels by today's standards. Okay, so similar mirrors, but no silver paint, unfortunately. There's that fuel filler cap, and probably the same casting there in the back where you just saw before. Yeah, there you go. See, you can see how the fuel line goes in there. Oh, the little hose or tube into the fuel tank. Ah, boy, I got some allergies here. Okay, so we got texture in the grills, and then well, just black paint here, molded in detail here. What are these things next to this? Wow, okay, so those are actually plastic lenses. So quite nice. There must be fog lamps. And then the headlamps themselves are plastic as well. And then the emblem on the grill. Yeah, I guess that looks like a Lancia emblem. So not bad at all. Okay, to the top we got the molded in details there, so pretty nice. And unfortunately the black interior can't see much, but you can see seat belts because they put decals on there. And that goes for the other one as well. I didn't mention it, but yeah, there are some. Well, hopefully you can see. There you go, some red seat belts, harnesses. And unfortunately, I don't think there's anything else. Or is there? Try to see if like the dashboard has any instrument gauges. No, it's just molded details, no additional printing or anything like that. Is there a spare tire? Some of these CMs actually have a spare tire in the interior, but I don't see it. Not on that car, at least. No, not on this one either. Seems to be the same molding of the interior. A couple tanks back there behind the seats. Maybe fire extinguishers or something, or I don't know. Okay, so why is it all out of focus here? Sorry. And then these holes on the roof are for the antennae. You know, they come on the bottom of the base plate here, but you gotta put them in yourself. So, pretty cool. You know, I like these rally cars. And it's nice to know that other brands are doing modern rally cars, but a lot of these CMs are pretty historic. Now, where's my spinning thing? Let's get Mr. Spins out and put this up here. And so now I can compare to the photo. In fact, there you go. Maybe you want to pause it right there. So, there seems to have been 4 evolutions of the Lancia Delta, and it won 46 World Championship rallies over the course of its lifetime. And Lancia's run of 6 straight manufacturers' titles remains a record to this day. They won the Constructors' Championships beginning in 1987, and then 88, 89, 90, 91, and ending in 1992. So, that's pretty impressive, really. You know, the Lancia Delta was originally based off of like an economy car, so it's impressive that with enough modifications you can win at the world class level. So, and then as far as these CMs go, yeah, they're not the greatest by today's modern resin standards, but I think they hold up pretty well. I mean, I think they're maybe a notch below Kyosho because the wheels are not as good. But then again, they have the seat belts on the inside and different colored roll cages, so that's very often something Kyosho never does. They never add extra color to the interiors of theirs. So, anyways, if you like rally cars, you know, maybe you want to take a look at this brand before they're totally gone, because I don't know when CMs went out of business, but I imagine these models are getting rarer and rarer as time goes on. Alright guys, sorry for my congestedness, and I'll leave it be.